What's going on, guys? Welcome to your 27th HTML5 tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys how to add video and a video player to your website. Now, before HTML5 you could do it through XHTML and JavaScript, but it was really messy. What HTML5 did is they made a really simple, easy way to add video and awesome video players to your website, and they also incorporated a lot of awesome features. So before we start this tutorial, I want to say this. I found a video on my computer. It's just a tutorial of me talking, kind of like this one, and it had a lot of a white background. So what I did is I changed the background color of my website to this kind of light blue color, and that's because my video is kind of white, and when it goes white on a white website, it looks weird. So that's why I changed the background to a nice light blue color, in case you guys were wondering. So now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the meat of the tutorial, and that's how to add a simple video. Now, you just can't add any video format like a .mov or a .avi. Google Chrome only takes a couple formats. The ones I know of so far are MP4, and that's what we're going to be adding today, or I think it's called OOG or OGG. I don't know. I never make videos like that, but for this tutorial, just stick with MP4. And if this tutorial isn't working, if you didn't listen to my advice and you're still using Firefox or Internet Explorer or something, you didn't download Google Chrome, it's because different browsers can only recognize different video formats. So guys, please, if this video, or excuse me, if you follow along with this tutorial and it isn't working, please download Google Chrome and add MP4 video and you'll be good. Alright, so that's my little, lecture. Now let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. In order to add a video, all you need to do is add a video tag and the ending video tag. And that's it. Then you have a video. I'm just kidding. You actually need to add a couple attributes. The first attribute is the source of your video. So just go ahead and write source. And if you don't have any MP4 videos on your computer, if you don't know how to download illegal movies yet, just go ahead and you could reference MP4 video online using, HTTP and, the entire address. Or if you do have one like I do, I'm just going to go ahead and add the reference to it, videos, and I made a folder called videos, and I have a tutorial in there called 34.mp4, and it's actually my 34th chemistry tutorial, and it's the first one I found, so that's why I named it 34mp4. So now if we go ahead and save this right like this and refresh our page, we get this video on our website right here. But check it out. This video, it isn't even playing, it isn't even moving, it doesn't even have any controls on the bottom. No play, no pause button. It's just like a still image basically. So how do we get this video playable? Well, we need to add, I don't even know if it's called an attribute because it doesn't have any values, but I'm going to call it an attribute. It's called controls. Now whenever we add the word controls and refresh, it gives us a default, we need to save that, it gives us a default. I guess every browser has their own separate controls panel. This one has a nice little play button, and if I zoom this over, you can see that it has the time and the volume meter. And this is going to be different for every browser. Every browser has its own custom controls. But and we can actually change this. I'm going to show you how to do that later on. But now you can see if I play this video that we can, scroll, and this video is actually playing like that. So don't forget, in order to get a video to play, you need to add that controls attribute, which gives you the browser's default controls to play, pause, change the volume, etc., etc. Now, this is kind of like the core basics in order to get a video on the screen and playing. But there are also a couple additional attributes. Of course, you can change the width, and let's just say, oh, someone's texting me right now. We'll change the width to 640, and we'll change the height to something like 360. Now, of course, I don't even need to explain to you guys what this means. If we refresh it, it just changes the default width and height for the video. So now, let me adjust this a little bit. Of course, the video size changes, and if you change it to a width and a height that's different from the video itself, for example, this video right here is 1280 by 720. However, we change the width and the height of it what we're doing is we're changing the width and the height of the player. So what this player does is it shrinks and the video just shrinks to fit alongside it. So, okay, this text is annoying me. I have to see who texted me. And okay, it's her, and okay, she's saying this. I actually usually whenever I get a text during my tutorials, I read them out loud, but this one is for a Christmas present, so I cannot read it because sometimes people that I buy for watch my tutorials, yada yada. So anyways, we have the width and the height, which basically changes the width and the height of the player. Simple enough. Now let me tell you guys about some good stuff. The first thing is an attribute called, oh, what do I want to, so many things I can talk about. Let's talk about loop. Now, you know how we added this word controls? We can also add another word called loop. And whenever we do this, if we save it, we can see and refresh it. Whenever we get to the end of the video, watch what happens. It automatically starts over. So, I don't know, if you want for some reason a video, maybe you're making a website with a bunch of music videos on it, and you want to add the functionality to when the user gets done with that video, it plays over and over again. You might want to add the loop. Another thing is the poster. Poster equals, what can we set this equal to? Don't want to do this. What the poster is basically is a still image that's going to show while your video is not playing. So you know whenever you're looking at YouTube videos and you search for something and you see those thumbnails, that is the poster. So let me just go ahead and hit images / my face.ping. I know I have that one in here. And if we go ahead and refresh, check it out. While the video isn't playing, this is the still image. So if I made, a video of, how to take awesome photos of people, then I might want to use this as a still, and then they can say, oh, this looks nice. Let's see what this is about. Play it, check it out. Sucker. This is actually a chemistry tutorial. Gotcha, sucker. So anyways, that's where you would use the poster. And the last thing I want to talk about is the autoplay. Now, the keyword autoplay basically means, you know how we had to manually hit this play button in order to get this video to start playing? Autoplay, if you have that keyword in there, it says as soon as you load up this website, start playing the video. Now, check this out. I'm going to go ahead and save this and move that back and refresh it and check it out. As you can see, the video starts playing automatically. But another thing I want to point out is that this poster, my face, it flashed for a little bit. So the poster is what happens. It's pretty much the image that shows while the video isn't playing. And the autoplay basically tells our website to play this video automatically. So if you have the poster and autoplay both on that video at the same time, it doesn't really make sense because this is what happens when the video is not playing, but the video is always playing. So what you want to do is you typically don't use these together. The only time that this would, come in handy is if, you didn't have the loop and autoplay and then the poster would show when the video is done playing. But for simplicity, make sure that you don't have the poster and autoplay on at the same time because it doesn't really make sense, if you get what I mean. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys for this tutorial. There's one other attribute that I can think of, but we really don't need to talk about it right now. It's really not that important. And in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to spice up your video player and make it even better. Because, yeah, this is pretty cool right now, but trust me, guys, it can get a ton better. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.